Good morning, students. So today I am happy that all of you have come, and after a long time we are meeting. Basically, I will give some overview of the subject, energy and environment, as well as energy studies, environmental studies. And also I would like to discuss something about new education policy. You should know, government India is passing through the new education policy last year, 2020. 2020, India has come out with a new education policy 2020, and Karnataka is the first state to implement that from this year, from this month, from today. The first year syllabus, whatever you see now, first year engineering, first to final year engineering syllabus, now this is as per the new education policy. Though it is not very relevant to you because you are studying in 2018 scheme, but still you should know that what are the ethos, thought behind this policy. Unfortunately, engineering education has lost its feel for various reasons. So now we are, everybody is planning to revive the glory of engineering education. All along, even now what you write exams, mostly they are based on memory. So that is not important. Memory is not important. Nowadays, Google is there, everything is available on Google. So what is the point in having it in the memory? Any information is available on Google. So the like innovation, innovative thinking, critical thinking, for example, people talk of emotional quotient. Now the latest one is adversity quotient. In case of difficulties, how you behave. In case of bad situation, now COVID is a very adverse situation. A lot of people have lost relatives, a lot of loss of life and livelihood. So these are adverse situations. How a person copes up with it. Very, very important. No? This is not taught in classrooms. So these things, they will be part of your learning. May not be a formal learning. Learning is not what people speak and you listen. This is the old traditional way of learning. Even you talk to each other, students, that is also learning. That is called peer learning. One-to-one, peer learning. Learning can, when you watch something, when you observe nature, that is a learning there also. Learning is not only just this classroom learning. Okay. So, and now to make the engineering more interesting, you are also passing through the CBCS, choice-based credit system, where there is a choice for you. I gave a choice of electives, automotive engineering, energy and environment, but you selected energy and environment. So based on your choice, we have decided to start with this subject. Okay. Pardon? You will have, but for you, we will take. No, we had given an option to them. See, it depends on their taste. Ultimately, I cannot say that you take atomic engineering. So they thought both are very good fields. But energy and environment is a very critical field, I tell you. Today, not only India, most of the countries now, other day our Prime Minister addressed at United Nations General Assembly. So a lot of thought is going on environment now. And most of the countries are doing many things for energy and environment. I think I will tell you, that is why I will tell you certain things what I know. You also know many things. I only know everything. No, because you have got TV, you have got computer, you have got internet connection. Earlier days, teacher only had good books. Students never had. Today it is not the case. The information is available with everybody. Now it depends what information you store in your brain and what you would like to communicate. So this energy, but before I start, I want to hear from one or two sentences, what you feel about energy and environment, why you should take this subject, or why it is relevant, your views on that. This is subjective. You understand what is subjective? Subject means opinions vary from one to another. Objective means like 6 into 6 is 36 only. I say 36, you also say 36. You cannot say 37. But subjective is depends on the perception of the individual. So tell me, what you understand about this environment and energy, like why it is relevant, or what can we do? That is important. That is the question there. What you can do as an individual, what the country is doing, what the state is doing, what local authorities are doing. That's the country. What we can do. Very good. To reduce the carbon emission. Excellent. Now there is some word called carbon footprint. You heard this word? There is one word called carbon footprint. Suppose now I am 50 plus, I may survive for another 10 years. So entire my lifetime, how much carbon dioxide I released? What is my carbon footprint about my life? I am talking about one individual. So it can be for a company also. No, he works for a company. That company, what is the carbon footprint of that? Okay. Very good. So that is the carbon footprint. Then. Very good. We have to avoid deforestation, cutting of trees. How you can avoid deforestation? By planting more trees. Very good. And by avoiding buying these wooden things. Actually, I was there somewhere. I don't know where I was. That one uneducated fellow was telling, "Arey yaar, don't buy leather, sir. Leather means you have to kill animals. Sir. Plastic and all this." See, uneducated person also has got that understanding. Okay, good. Tell me. Recycling plastic. Very good. The new concept is, I think there are 3 R's. Now there is a 4th R. First is reduce. Recycle. Reuse, like bags and all, not bags, good quality bags you buy, you can use it. Suppose I'm mobile, I'm using for past 4 years. But that is not the case, na? Everywhere it doesn't use a mobile for 4 years. This is 4th year. So then last is refuse. Refuse to buy. Now otherwise earlier I used to buy every 6 months, 1 year I used to buy a mobile. Got it, no? So refuse to buy. I think now that trend has come, this young generation, they are like very wise, and they have got very much, social concern is very high. Earlier days that was not there, only people are more individualistic, but today a lot of social concern, like Amazon and all, they right now, this is recyclable. So many things they are doing, and it is known to everybody. Correct? Shall we go?
We have to use the energy before what we get very wisely.
Very good. See, now this gentleman, Mr. Aram, he came from Goa by car, and this fellow has put on the fan. He can open the door, open the window, he can sit now. He is talking about carbon footprint, but himself is producing carbon footprint. So ऐसा नहीं है. Basically, see, I tell you, what you preach, you should practice that. Correct? Otherwise, there is no meaning to it. And see, here in your subject, I am happy that you have got understanding about this subject. I can give some 2-3 points relevant. India is an independent country, but India is a dependent country when it comes to energy. Tomorrow, if there is some problem in the Middle East, some global problem is there, your all bus, train, plane, bike, everything will come to stop. India doesn't have reserves for 2-3 months. Please understand. Are you aware of this? This situation no one knows. India is not an energy independent country, it is an energy dependent country. We spend almost, other day Prime Minister was telling in his Independence Day speech, we are spending 12 lakh crores every year to import crude oil. 12 lakh crores. Can you imagine the amount? Is a very big amount. It is, I think, every day 3,000 to 4,000 crores. We are just importing oil and burning it up. You cannot imagine. 3,000, 4,000 crores means it can make a big difference. First. Second thing, There are lakhs of people dying every year due to pollution. Lakhs. I am not talking thousands, lakhs of people. But they don't understand that. Lakhs of people are dying by pollution. You don't know. Now, I think recently that WHO and United Nations, they have come out with the new norms. They have reduced the like PM, particulate matter, 2.5. Very dangerous. It reduces your respiratory capacity. It is not that people die abruptly, like heart attack, na patna ho gaya, mar gaya, aisa nahi. Pollution has got long-term implications. It reduces your quality of life. Correct? So these are two main things. One is the economic angle, second is the life. It is not only human life. It is to do with plants, it has to do with all living matter, animals, even marine life, fish, whatever you find. Okay? So, the subject energy and environment, which is a elective. For you now it is a open elective. Having code 18 ME 751. The teaching hours are 3 hours per week, lecture method. Okay. So teaching can be like lecture method, tutorial method, or practicals. And there are 3 credits for that. Elective are 3 credits. 4 subjects are 4 credits subjects. And you have got internal marks 40 and external marks 60. That is SE, semester end examination. But in the new NEP, now it is 50-50. Internal 50 marks, external 50 marks. So internal marks are very important. Okay. Now what are the objectives of learning this subject? Like to understand the fundamentals of energy sources, energy use, energy efficiency, and resulting environmental implications of various energy supplies. See, what are the implications, environmental implications? We are using coal, we are using oil, we are using gas. But uska implications kya hai? Now, second is to introduce various aspects of environmental pollution and its control. I think this is very important, whether for your open elective or your environmental studies. Environmental pollution and control. Suppose you work in industry, there are a lot of, they are using a lot of environmental pollution measures. I'll tell you something. Can you tell me something what they are using?
We have SPM to record.
SPM. That is particulate matter. No, it is not specific. RSPM is respirable particulate matter, which gets in like PM 2.5, PM 210 and all. Particulate matter 20 and all, no, that is called a suspended particulate matter. SPM is suspended, it is suspended in the air. Yes, next. Volatile matter, yes. Temperature of the chimney, what exhaust is going, control mein. And I don't know whether you are aware, today the technology is such that the Central Pollution Control Board and the State Pollution Control Boards, they have got chimneys. Industry has got chimney, na? So real time it is monitored. Online it is. Not that earlier I will give some data, he will write. No, it is online, real time monitoring. And that is displayed. And in front of your industry board also, when you are entering that industry, there will be one board, environmental pollution. So my pollutants are so and so. How I am disposing that? That also is mentioned. You cannot start an industry and say, whatever I want, I will take and I will dispose. No. How you are disposing that, you have to write. And the people will come and check, both state as well as Central Pollution Control Boards. Very important. Otherwise, they can ask the plant to be shut down. Got it? That is the power they have got. So, environmental pollutions are very important. Lot of things are there, I will tell you. They are very simple things. I will tell you one thing. This subject is very interesting. And lot of videos are available on YouTube. You type any topic, acid rain, global warming, ecosystem, energy storage device, new technologies. Whatever you do, put now, you get video. Hydrogen energy, solar energy, thermal energy, wind energy. Name that. And this is passing through a very rapid changes. Today, I think the solar photovoltaic modules now they have got 21% efficiency. When I was studying, it was 10% efficiency. Now 20%, almost 100% jump. Yes. Yeah, yeah. That is what I'm saying. The efficiency has considerably increased. Life they are increased. Maintenance is reduced. So a lot of, it is not appearing in your textbooks because textbook doesn't deal with those kind of things which are happening right now. Then, to understand the causes and remedies related to social issues like global warming, ozone layer depletion, climate changes. Again, what is climate change, what is global warming, ozone layer depletion, all videos are available. Very, very simple term. 1 minute you will understand this term. One minute the term is understood. Then, finally, to introduce the various acts, like Environment Protection Acts are there, related to the prevention and control of pollution of water, air, okay. Then there is some Forest Protection Act, Wildlife Protection Act. These are the acts which are enacted by the Government of India and which everybody has to abide. Otherwise, you know the case of Salman Khan. You know, no? Such a mighty person got stuck with. So even I think this fellow also, Sanjay Dutt also, he had Dandeli, some case was there. So acts are actually very powerful, so we should be very careful. So as usual, you have got 5 modules. Module 1 talks about energy, the energy situation globally. दुनिया में क्या चल रहा है एनर्जी का, इंडिया में क्या चल रहा है, आगे क्या चलने वाला है, फॉग चल रहा है, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग दैट. So this is the trends. Now I think, have you heard, now there is a new term called as hydrogen economy. You heard? Now that latest term 2021 is hydrogen economy. Reliance Industries, Chairman Mr. Mukesh Ambani, he is going to invest 60,000 crores. 60,000 crores. Your Goa state budget, entire budget is 30,000 crores. Okay? For introducing hydrogen in India. Adani, next guy, he is also aggressively doing a lot of research, innovation. Yeah, now what is their idea, I tell you. Anyway, that is a part of your this, and you will be, as you go, you will understand this. Hydrogen today is used by industries like fertilizer industry. Okay? It is used even in our Aditya Birla here, na, Grasim Industries. They are producing hydrogen, but they are not. They are using it for different things. They have got big electrolyzer. I had said that. Electrolyzer, that is a technology machine. It is imported, not Indian. Water can be split into oxygen and hydrogen by electrolysis, but it uses lot of electricity, and lot of electricity means now today the cost of 1 kg of hydrogen is somewhat 300 rupees kg, but petrol is 100 rupees kg or liter, whatever. Okay? So hydrogen is not economically viable today, 2021. Down the line, when you graduate and you see, then you will find now their aim is hydrogen should cost $1, means around 70 rupees per kg. This is the agenda they have. So, and Government of India is supporting it in a very big way. I don't know whether you are aware, you please Google and see. Government of India is going to promote it in a very big way, and down the line, few years down the line, you will find like petrol bunks, petrol, diesel, hydrogen also. Not very far, within 1 decade, commercially it will be available. Okay? and it will be cheaper than your petrol and diesel. Because that time petrol and diesel will be more dearer because they are finite in nature. है ना? This will be very cheaper option. So they understood they want to make hydrogen, and this hydrogen electricity is required, but they are going to use renewable energy like solar energy or wind electricity produced from solar photovoltaics or wind energy or ocean thermal energy to produce electricity, and this and that electricity is used for production of hydrogen. So this is known as green hydrogen. This is known as green hydrogen. Understand what is green hydrogen? Hydrogen produced using electricity, but the electricity is produced by renewable means, not by coal, oil and all. Got it? So this is a green hydrogen. A new terminology. Of course, that will not come for your examination because these are latest things what I am telling. For your exam, that same thing. What is coal, oil, gas? What is the India share? How much it is importing? This kind of statistics, global statistics. There is a good website, IEA. Type it. They have got an app also. They have got IEA. You type it and there is an app Play Store you can download. That is International Energy Agency. International Energy Agency. So they have got a beautiful app. Any country, any fuel, you will get statistics. You can do PhD in this only. Forget your engineering. Tech PhD also you can do with that kind of data is available. Okay. And this was first chapter regarding India and what is energy, what are the implications. Next chapter is energy storage. Now having produced energy, how energy is stored. Now this mobile energy is stored, how it is stored. How it is stored? There is a lithium-ion battery in this. That is a very efficient battery. Earlier days, the battery, I think lead-acid batteries you had seen. Now today the latest technology is lithium-ion. Now lithium polymer. So new technologies are being evolved. So the size of the battery is reduced, the storage capacity is reduced, and the cost also is reduced. So these are the various things like life of the battery has to increase, cost of the battery has to increase, number of recycles, life has to increase. Okay. So this, which one? This your friend Ajay made a project on that super capacitors. That is a new. That is for short-term storage. Of course. Yeah. Super capacitors. His friend has done a good project on that. A very innovative project it is. Super capacitors. Like your fan is starting now. You know this fan in your fan. That you can see that fan. There is one white this condenser there. You can see a cylindrical thing one side. You can see this small. You can see inside aluminum white color. That is a condenser capacitor only. So what happens? This is a single phase fan. So it cannot start by itself. Single phase cannot. Three phase motors can start because the three different phases. They are producing the torque and you just have to. Here it's single phase. So they are using a capacitor. So that gives the initial jump. That technology they have taken and they have produced the e-bike also. Where is that bike? We have to bring it to college. Okay. So lot of see I'll tell you this is very small capacity. Now take for example Kaiga. Kaiga has got 220 megawatts from 4 plants, 880 megawatts. It is generating power. Right? Now maybe sometimes the power demand will be less. Then what you are going to do? Either you reduce the power plant this or else store it. So how you can store that such big energy? What they do, one simple example I will give, there is something called pumped storage. Now water is coming from dam, coming down, going to Kali River. Arabian Sea. Now what they do, when you got extra electricity, this water which has come down, they will pump it back to the dam. This is known as pumped storage. Huge capacity you can store. Okay, this you are not knowing. It is available. These all things, whatever I am telling, you can Google it. You will get videos, you will get a lot of text material in that. Okay, pumped storage. Now, next storage is, now I told you earlier, if there is a difficult situation, we may not get oil and gas and everything may come to a stop. So what government has thought, now you have got old caves inside, or there are caves. They are trying to use that to store oil and gas. Naturally, it is available below the earth. But what other countries, now what you do in house, for example, in house, what we do, we will have one cylinder, we will keep one more extra cylinder. Okay, we will buy kerosene, we will buy wood, we will keep 50 kg, 100 kg rice. We are storing, na? It is not every day I am going and buying rice. Every day we are not buying, we are keeping, hoarding it. Likewise, countries are also hoarding this oil. Countries are hoarding this fossil fuels. US and all, they have got storage for up to 9 months to 1 year, I have heard. This 1 year or so problem is there, they can sustain. They have kept so much stock of reserves. And they are exploiting others' reserves. They are not exploiting their own reserves. Okay? So, now this caves and all, artificial caves or natural caves which are there, they are trying to store. They are big projects. I think you can Google these things, because I am only telling because for you it is a new thing what I am telling. Novelty is there. But once you Google it, you will understand कि सही है. ठीक है? Then there is something called energy audit. Now, audit means we check what is the input, output, where, like you have financial audit. Every month his father pays him something. So he will tell, okay, I am spending this for this. Every house you have got audit, no? Expenditure is monthly. Income is so much, expenditure is so much. You audit it, no? Even your time you audit. What I am going to college, what time I will come back. Time audits are there, energy audits are there, environmental audits are there, safety audits are there, health audits are there. Lot of audits. Checks and balances. You check if any wastage is there, how I can reduce the wastage. Correct? So energy audit is a very simple procedure where you audit the usage, like your industry usage. Your industry is using electricity. Your industry is also using coal. It may be using diesel for generator and all. Now, every month or 1 year, how much they are used? Where it is? How you can save that? Correct? So there are simple. I think there are some 4 good books available on internet. You can write that. BEE India. In that energy audit ka books, energy audit books. There are 4 books. If you want, I'll share that books on your Google Classroom. I will tell you about, if you read those books, you will like them. Simple. Because I am myself a certified energy auditor by Government of India. I wrote that 4 exams. 2007, I got more than 80-85% marks. But very fantastic, and you will also like it because you are a very practical man. It's all whatever global warming, acid rain, everything is depicted, given there. One small para is there. Free books are there. You can download those PDFs and read. Now that is for life. That book is not for 1 day. Till you are alive, you can read that book. So nice they are. Real life application of this, whatever you are learning. This is what you are learning is all mostly theoretical, chalk and talk, what it was. But that is real life. What you can do. Okay. So many beautiful things. B stands for Bureau of Energy Efficiency. B stands for Bureau of Energy Efficiency. That is Government of India. Okay. Comes under Ministry of Power. You go through that. You can also become energy manager and all. You can. You have done diploma, na? Now after B you can become energy auditor also. If you are interested, you tell me. we can have a discussion. I can guide you for that. Then module 3 is like environment and ecosystems. Now, ecosystem is, yesterday I saw a small snake there. The snake was eating a frog. So this is ecosystem, the frogs are there. First there is grass or plants. So they are the basic producers on this planet Earth. Everything is produced by them. So usko eat karne grasshopper, frogs, then snakes, then wild animals, then human beings. So these are chains there. Different food chains are there. Okay, pyramids are there, and different ecosystems. Like you are staying in forest ecosystem, marine ecosystem, desert ecosystem. Different. You find different animals in different places. You don't find the same animal everywhere. You find camels only in the deserts, not here. So this is model 3. Then model 4 is environmental pollution. That is common what I told. Now see, I will read out environmental pollution. What are the causes? What are the effects? And control measures. What are the causes? What are the effects? And the control measures. Kiska? Air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, marine pollution, noise pollution, thermal pollution. We are telling about temperature, nuclear hazards. So all these things, why it is happening, what are the implications, okay, and how to control. Then you got solid waste management. These are subjects for civil engineering students actually. Then disaster management. And what is the role of individual? I was telling you, what is the role of individual in prevention of pollution? And case studies, like there was a Bhopal gas tragedy, then 1984, then there was Chernobyl nuclear accident in Russia. Okay, these are all important. You can download and watch this. Pardon? Netflix. Okay. That Netflix, you tell me, you meet me afterwards. I am not very conversant with it. Okay. The last module is module 5, again common, social issues and environment. Climate change, global warming, acid rain, ozone layer depletion, nuclear accidents and Holocaust. What are the case studies? I was telling about Chernobyl accident, Bhopal gas tragedy, even that your big ship now, it spilled oil in that crude oil in that ocean. That is a big incident because you can't put anything in ocean, that marine life is affected. Then wasteland reclamation, consumerism and waste products, Environment Protection Act, Air Act, that is prevention and control. Then Water Act, prevention and control of pollution. Then Wildlife Protection Act, Forest Conservation Act, and issues involved in enforcement of environmental legislation. Yesterday I was in Bandeli, so one of that, my friend is a police there, environment ke liye, special squad for wildlife protection. They got a special police for wildlife protection. So there are group assignments actually. Assignment related to e-waste management, municipal solid waste management, air pollution control systems, water treatment systems, wastewater treatment plants, solar heating systems, solar power plants, thermal power plants, hydroelectric power plants, biofuels, environmental status assessment, energy status assessment. So the outcomes is understand the energy scenario, Indian as well as global, energy sources and the utilization. The second outcome is understand various methods of energy storage, energy management and economic analysis. Because as an engineer you have to make economic analysis. No? You cannot make wild statements. You should say if you change from this fuel to this fuel, the saving is 18%, 20%. You need to tell. monetarily. You have to economic analysis has to be made. No? Suppose you travel from Karwa to college. You can travel, you can hire a taxi, you can hire a chopper also, you can come by bus, you can, whatever. So again, different analysis you can make. This will cost this much, this will cost this much. What is the fuel consumed? Right? So this analysis, economical analysis also you have to make. The analysis about the awareness of environment and the ecosystem. I'm happy that you are aware of this environment and ecosystems. Then understand the environment pollution along with social issues. What are the social issues? I told global warming, acid rain, ozone layer depletion, so many things are there. Okay. So there are some good books actually. There is one book in library also it is there. Environmental studies. This book is not only in our college, world, India mein full. That book is Bharati Vidyapit, UGC. That book is there. 200 rupees something. Good book is there. Then other books. There are many books on environmental pollution, like Tata McGraw-Hill publications or the Benny Joseph, C.S. Rao. Those books are available. From? No, for you, I think the exam is only MCQs. So for you, not a big issue. Only MCQ 5 minutes you will write and go. I know that. Okay. That whatever you discuss, you listen to that, you will understand. And I have made videos. I think I have made videos for all this, whatever 5 modules you have seen. These modules, all the 5 modules, I think my YouTube channel is there. You might have subscribed to my YouTube channel. In that energy and environment, there is a playlist there. In that module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, module 5. And for you also the environmental studies is there. I have solved some 2-3 question papers. Some 40 questions will be there. I think you have written that exam, environmental studies, you have written MCQ. So 40 questions will be there. Same, mostly the same questions repeat. So those questions only we have solved. Okay, that video also is available there. Okay. So this I just thought I will share one overview. Not from, and now coming to your environmental studies, now your subject, the code is 18 CIV 59. 18 CIV, it is not ME, mechanical engineering, CIV. So it is only 1 credit subject for you. And the exam hours are 2 hours. That is MCQ what I told. Here also, again you have got the ecosystem. That is also there for you, both ecosystems it is there. Then advanced in energy systems like hydrogen, solar, OTEC, tidal and wind. This topic is common with energy engineering, 7th sem. Okay. Then natural resource management, cloud seeding, carbon trading. Now you spoke of carbon footprint. No? Carbon, you know what is carbon trading? Carbon dating is different. You are interested in dating. I am interested in carbon trading. What is carbon trading? Now what has happened? Due to this industrialization, some countries have become very rich and they have exploited the environment very badly. Like I don't know name the countries, Europe, US and all. Okay. But there are some countries where poor developing countries, like India is a developing country. Okay, many other developing countries are there. Now carbon trading means if that company, suppose now they are working in a company. That company is of polluting. Now it wants to reduce its pollution. Because now see, if he says that I am polluting, people will not buy the products. People are very sensitive now. They don't want to harm the environment. So what this fellow will do, he is not able to save. In his factory he is not able to save. But what he will do, he will buy some renewable energy, like wind energy, solar energy. So he will buy the energy, but that energy is produced by you. So that carbon credits are transferred from you to him. So for every 1,000 means you are by buying energy from wind or solar, he is reducing so much of CO2 emission. So he will get the trading. So he will give money. You understood? This is carbon trading. It's a big business it is globally. Okay. Then environmental pollution, model 2 is pollution same. Air Act, Water Act, noise pollution, soil pollution, and waste management, hazard, solid waste management. That relevant model 3 is same. Then model 4 is global again environment concerns like groundwater depletion, climate change, acid rain, ozone depletion, radon and fluoride problem in drinking water. Near Gadag, near Hubli there is a place called Gadag. There they had a problem of fluoride problem. Resettlement and rehabilitation of people. Suppose that Navy project has come here. So many people have been rehabilitated. Those who are staying in that area, they have been given different places. Environmental toxicology. Toxicity is there, no? So this they have to study. And last is latest model 5, latest developments in environment pollution mitigation. Very good system like GIS, Global Information System, remote sensing, environmental impact assessment. I have got a video on this also. What is environmental impact assessment? Environment management systems like ISO 14001. There is one standard ISO 14001. So his company should be ISO 14001 certified. Means the company is not harming the environment. Field visit is there to environment lab or a green building or a water treatment plant, followed by understanding of process and a brief documentation. So these are all there. So I hope you, no, I think.